years ago.
I don't know what Enzo Big Mac Maccarinelli's going to think about.
Get Big Mac on. Get Big Mac on.
The current WBO World Cruiserweight Champion. He's up against David Haye, of course, who holds the WBA and WBC belts. Let's talk the clash. Actually, let's bring him in straight away. He's hanging on the line. Hi, Enzo.
Good evening, fellas.
How are you, Enzo?
What about Angelo Dundee, followed by Big Mac?
Excellent.
Enzo, I was down, I saw you on Monday, and I know you're in good shape, but what are you hearing about David? We're hearing all sorts of bits and pieces. What's the latest you've heard?
I haven't heard nothing. To be honest, I'm not that interested. Nah, you know what I mean? He gets on with his thing, I'll get on with my thing. You know, I'm confident. I could give you the old normal spiel of I'm fitter than ever, stronger than ever.
Don't bother with that, Ed.
But you know, the fact of the matter is, I'm fit, I'm strong, I'm focused, and I'm ready.
And what point of your build-up are you at the moment, Enzo? Are you into the hardest sparring you're going to be doing? Where are you? Give us a clue.
I could fight now. You know, I've had full-on intensity from the first day of training I've started. So, you know, I'm ready to go now. It's just a matter of keeping a cap on things and not going over the top.
Now, you said to me the other day, Enz, that you're not afraid if you wake up in the morning and you feel your body needs a rest, just have a rest. You know, you're not afraid of taking that back. Because I was a bit concerned, and I did say this to you, that you might peak too soon. But you're confident, as Mick said there, you can put a cap on it.
Yeah, but, you know, I've been learning since I've been with Enzo Maccarinelli that, you know, when your body does need a rest, take it. You know, he pushes you to the limits that, you know, I've never been before. So, you know, the odd day here and there, I will actually need to take it off completely.
Ed, you know when you come face to face, not in the ring on March 8, but let's assume there's a whole series of press conferences and public workouts down at the O2 during that week, during that build-out. How do you think you will cope with that week? Because I think there's going to be an awful lot of pressure. Do you think you can cope with that added media pressure, Enzo?
Yeah, but without, you know, I'm a fighter at the end of the day. It's what I do, you know, that's what I love to do. With this training for this fight, I haven't, you know, left any stone unturned. You know, I've done the diet properly, I've done the training properly. I've even been seeing a sports psychologist, Nick Jones, to do some NLP with me, just to keep me focused. And you know, I feel great, and you know, I just can't wait for the fight.
But sometimes, Enzo, we've been going over this earlier in the programme with the likes of Joe and with Bernard Hopkins and Antonio Tarver, who've all been through these big fights, in a sense that you haven't really, of this stature. And I wonder if you've even thought about what that fight week might entail, because as good as you feel physically, as great as the training might have gone, you've still got to get over those hurdles mentally in the week of the fight.
Yeah, you know, I think the one good thing for me is I've seen Joe go through it. And obviously I spend nearly every day with Joe, so you know, if I need someone to talk to, if I need someone to, you know, keep me on a straight track and keep my head focused, you know, I'll speak to Joe. But like I said, you know, I'm really looking forward to this fight, you know, and you know, this is the fight that I've always wanted. So you know, I'm not going to let nothing get distracted to what I got to do.
And on that point, Enzo, I mean, even at the press conference today, you know, I was talking to various people, writers and other boxers, and there's this phrase that's around at the moment. Yes, there's Kawasaki Hopkins. Yes, there's Tarver against Woods. But the one I really want to see is Haye against Maccarinelli. Now, do you think that occasions like today, when there's a big press conference, which is going to be heavily reported between Joe and Bernard Hopkins, actually helps you because it takes a bit of that limelight away while all this is going on?
No, you know, Joe and Hopkins a massive fight. Me and David Haye's a massive fight. You know, me and David Haye were going to collide. You know, there's no doubt about that. You know, from the moment I turned professional, the moment he turned professional, there's the fight on everyone's lips. And you know, I think everyone's commented I was like Ben Eubank. If you think about it, Ben Eubank had contrasting styles. One was the most exciting fighter in Britain in Ben, and one was the most charismatic fighter in Britain. I think me and David, we both got similar styles. We got two boys that like to knock the other one out. And you know, it's going to be pure entertainment.
Enzo, thanks for joining us tonight on 5 Live Boxing.
Thanks, Enzo.
Good man, March the 8th, O2 Arena, World Cruiserweight. Wow, that's going to be a big fight.
Yeah, well, we talked about this the last time, and I'm convinced it's a bigger fight than we even imagined. It's going to get ballistic that week, I'm convinced of that.
Now, Scott Harrison.